Alright, so as you can see, I put the RTV down, I give it about a 5-minute tack. Now we're going to be using a 160-degree thermostat to keep thermal expansion at bay, because with this motor having that tight clearance pistons, I don't want this thing getting over 180 degrees. So we start the cooling at 160, we should be good. Okay, put a little more RTV on the top, that's just insurance, and then put this on.
What's the torque specs on this?
20 foot-pounds.
Alright, our water next one.
Alright, engine's about sealed up. We're replacing the water temp sensor because we just want to make sure we know what the heat range of this motor is, because it's what tears these up. People don't get the overheating under control. And you hit about 200, 230, and that's it for these heads.
All those, this one does look new. It's getting thrown away.
Yeah.
New one's getting put in.
Start with fresh parts. That way you know.
When should I stop?
When it gets really tight and hard, that's pretty much it.
Well, I have a lot of leverage, so.
Yeah, I would go down on your leverage, but
Oh, right there.
yeah, because that's a tapered fit, so.
Yeah. Well, this one wasn't. This one isn't as long as that one, so that's what I was thinking. I have to go in more.
You can go a little bit more. I think you're good there. The tape is there just to give you a couple extra turns. It's not there to seal. There we go. The only last thing to do is put the motor mount buckets on. So here's our takeout motor, and we're grabbing the last of the pieces that we need. Now everybody's project's going to be different, and this is our unique story to get this white 76 running again. But one of the last things we're going to take off is going to be the clamshell that we need to hook up to the motor mounts we just installed in the white 76. Alright, let's go ahead and pull those off. These are going to be a 9/16 bolt.
Holy crap!
Now with the extension on. Way too tight. This is only supposed to have 35 foot-pounds on them. Other than that, this block is garbage.
Ooh. Yeah, okay, this ain't gonna work.
Sometimes you gotta get a little creative. Yeah, just use the weight of the motor. Other than that, this motor's a goner. 400s you don't rebuild. You can't re-sleeve them to 350s, they don't run right. They're already milled for the 400 crank. But the good news is we can get the crank and the rods, or the caps out of it, so we can make our 383 bottom. So we're getting our parts together for that build. Alright, so we're going to show you how easy it is to adapt to any 350. These are the mounts off the 400 that are going to go on the 350. I don't know if these mounts are directional, but we pretty much took them off the side, they're going to go back on. So this is the last step before we get ready to stab this motor. Pretty straightforward stuff, you know, for the most part. We haven't had to use too many specialty tools, if any. Now, if we had to play with the harmonic balancer, that'd be a different story, but we're going to leave the one on here because we think someone has a timing mark on it because the pistons are different with 6-inch rods versus the 5.7. So we'll change the time of TDC, top dead center. And I'll put up the torque spec now for what these bolts are. If I remember right, I thought they were 35, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it up now. Passenger mount. Alright folks, as you can see, this motor's ready to go. Got the pulleys, got it pretty much drop in ready. Quick carb and timing job, and bolts, plugs, wires, ready to go. So next time you see this motor, it will be going in the white truck. Other than that, this concludes the series, how to get a 350 out of a donor and get it ready for your swap. Thanks for watching, quick likes and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.